Alright guys, I'm Dan. So today we will be doing a very nostalgic unboxing. So this is basically a 1995-1996 NBA basketball, from Upper Deck. So I just got this from a local store and it cost me roughly about $100, which I think it's pretty good price. So okay, let's open this. So 1995, I was still 15 years old. I remember I was getting packs of this, hoping to get Jordans and Robinson. And right now, I'm just feeling super excited to be opening this. Wow. What is this? Bulls win 70 games. Wow, this is a very nice postcard. I don't remember seeing this. Tony could coach. We have Steve Kerr, Ron Harper. These are basically, the Chicago Bulls legends. Wow, I didn't know this actually comes in, this kind of presentation. I thought, we will be ripping packs. I have totally forgotten about this. But that's fine. Oops. Let's get rid of this little styrofoam spacer first. Okay, let's get our stack out. I think the very first card is actually Jordan. Wow. Is this like, you get a Jordan in every single pack? I'm not exactly sure. Okay, you can see the cards are extremely yellowish. I have brought mine sleeves. So I'm definitely going to sleeve all the Jordans. I know these aren't, like super valuable cards, but and you can see the corner right here is actually slightly damaged, but I think it's fine. Still a great card, that's for sure. I'll definitely be putting this into a top loader later on. But you can see this one is a really nice card. 1985 NBA Rookie of the Year. Awesome. Let's put this one right here. And this, I think there are like two cards again. Yep, there are two cards inside. These cards are almost a decade old, so it's understandable that, the cards are in pretty yellowish condition. Awesome one. 1986 to 87, 3,000 points. Just gonna slot this in. I think this is still in very good condition, that's for sure. Nice card. Here's another Jordan. Is this like a whole deck of Jordan? I have no idea. But I'm just super happy that we're actually opening this. Fantastic stuff. I used to have a lot of Jordans, but I traded a lot of them away for David Robinson because he was my most favorite player. I supported Spurs since I was a teen, and it was very disappointing for me to see Hakeem Olajuwon just totally dominating Jordan in the playoffs. Yeah, he actually did very well against Hakeem during the season. Okay, you can see these cards are. I have a question for you guys. Is this card still considered mint if the edges are actually like very yellowish, or is this fine? Another beautiful Jordan card, that's for sure. The corners are definitely not in the best condition, so there's no way this could be Gem 10. It'll be cool if we can get like an 8 out of this. PSA 8. It's very hard to say. So we have 4 Jordan cards as mentioned, I think. 4 of 8 Jordan collection cards. I think we should have a few more base cards from Jordan. I think we're gonna have a hard time. Dennis Rodman, nice card, very nice card. Ken Norman. Serrano's Marcel Leonis. I remember him. He was quite skillful. Wow, these cards are really hot too. Jason Caffey. All these names bring back some memories. I do have a little bit of memories, of some of the players. Sean Kemp, I mean, who can actually forget about him? One of the best dunkers during my time. Is that Vin Baker? Looks like Vin Baker. Sean Kemp. It's a very nice card. This looks like Vin Baker. I'm not too sure. Probably is Vin Baker. Let's see. Yep, this is Vin Baker, that's for sure. And that's Gary Payton for you. Photo gallery. We have a nice Jordan checklist. Definitely keeping this 100%. Just gonna put this on first, right here first. So if you guys are like the first time on this channel, just maybe hit the subscribe button, because I'm getting back into this hobby after almost 30 years. Who's this? I can't remember. Oh, Eddie Jones. Extremely talented player. Vancouver Grizzly back then was actually quite a new team. It was a new team. Very nice. David Robinson. Okay, just to let you guys know, I'm a huge David Robinson fan. I have 2 huge binders of his cards, and this one is definitely going into my collection, but I have no idea whether I have this. I think I have like too many of the David Robinson cards. I can't even remember. I think I should have this. This is one of the very common cards, that's for sure. And I am definitely keeping this in a top loader. Just not wasting time right now. Okay. Let's see, what do we have right here? Okay. That's Vin Baker, Sean Kemp's top 40 defenders. These cards are so hard to move. Okay, Los Angeles Clippers. We have John Stockton. Very nice. We can perhaps sleeve this. Jason Kidd. Awesome. One of the best passes during my time. Sam Cassell. He was a rookie back then, but he was really good during the year which Houston Rockets did really well. This Payton, I think so. Great passer. Yeah, not keeping it. I mean, not sleeving it. But this looks like Barkley. I thought it was Barkley. This is Nick Van Exel, if I'm not wrong. Let's have a look. Yep. Is this Nick Van Exel? Yep, that's right. Rick Smith's 7'4". I remember his height, but it doesn't have the height right here. Who's this? Can't really remember. Rogers. Carlos Rogers. Don't have big impression of him. Avery Johnson. Yep. Awesome. Love him. Latrell Sprewell. Explosive player. Sean Elliott. When I was playing NBA Jam, Sega NBA Jam, Sean Elliott and David Robinson. Love them. Love them. Larry Johnson, I think he was a rookie of the year. I can't remember. He was a top rookie. Yep. This is a nice card. Very nice card. This is Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. I don't know if I pronounced his name correctly, but yep. Wow, he looks familiar. I just can't remember his name. Clifford Robinson, that's right. And we have the mailman right here, Karl Malone. He has John Stockton. The partnership is just incredible. Grant Hill, awesome player. Maybe I'll be sleeving this. Sacramento Kings. Oh my goodness, a call came in. So this is actually Watt Williams. Yep, I think he was one of the younger players back then. Let's see what else we got. Anderson weaves through. This is Kenny Anderson, if I'm not wrong. Yep. This is Jamal Mashburn. Yep, one of the top rookies back then. Very cool. These cards are just sticking together. Charles Barkley. Yep, we may keep this. This is Mark Jackson. I have his autograph. I have his Skybox autograph. Pippen. Nice. Definitely keeping this. Is this Penny? I think so. And Fernie Hardaway. Pretty nice one. Here's another one. I don't think these cards are worth anything. It's basically very common cards. You can see you basically get you know, the entire box, and it comes with every card. I don't think there's any repeats. And that's Barkley for you. Barkley and Morning. Is this another similar card? Seems like it. This is John Starks, I think. Yeah. Grand Hugh. Nice. Isaiah Ryder. Another huge player back then. This guy, I can't remember. Baylock. Mookie Baylock. Douglas. Sherman Douglas. Is this Kenny Anderson? Yep, that's right. Very, very cool cards, I must say. I'm actually hoping to get, you know, 89 Fleer. I'm actually thinking of that. But they cost very expensive. Okay. Let's put this one here. These cards are just so hard to move around. Yeah, it's just the championship. Okay, it's a nice card. This is Glenn Robinson, that's for sure. This card is in pretty good condition. Robert Horry, great player. Juwan Howard, great player as well. Glenn Rice, another great player from Heat. Olajuwon, definitely keeping this. Robinson and Olajuwon. Bryant Reeves, don't have much impression of this guy. I don't think he was great. This is Nick Van Exel. He was decent. There's Rick Smith's shooting. Karl Malone versus Tony Kukoc. Beautiful cards. Okay. Very tough moving these cards, as you guys can see. Clippers. It's Horry. Damon Stoudemire, yeah, he was one of the very, very promising rookies. Reggie Miller, yep, sharpshooter. Is he a Hall of Famer? Avery Johnson. Sean Kemp. There's a bit of you know, a blotch here. I'm not keeping it. Drexler, great player, one of you know, he was nowhere near Jordan, but he was actually a very he was a great competitor. Reggie Miller. David Robinson. Yes, I'm definitely 100% gonna keep this, that's for sure. Gonna sleeve this. Of course, David Robinson is my most favorite player. So it doesn't really matter, whether the card is valuable or not. I'm definitely going to keep it. Joe Smith. Clifford Robinson. That's Kings. Grant Hugh. Just be putting this on here. We may or may not sleeve it. But this set of cards are definitely impressive. Very impressive. I like them. Dikembe Mutombo, one of the top shot blockers. I love him. He used to be pretty arrogant. Whenever he blocks a shot, he would just go with it like this. Just waving his finger. It was actually extremely entertaining. There's Barkley for you, Sir Charles. Jim Jackson, one of the very promising rookies as well. That's Kevin Johnson. Wow, Jerry Stackhouse. These cards are really, really bad. They're all like stuck to each other. I hope the surface are not damaged. Stackhouse. I do have a small collection of Jerry Stackhouse. I used to have a big collection. Okay, for this, I already have this card, but I'm definitely going to sleeve this. 100%. Okay, and we have Shaq right here. Shaq and Jordan. Very cool. Wait a minute. The surface is a little bit damaged, so there's no way we can grade this, that's for sure. We'll come back with either an 8 or a 7. Shaquille O'Neal. Awesome. Definitely need to sleeve this. Awesome stuff. Let's see what else. Oh, we have another Jordan 9s. These cards are just way too old. You can see there's a lot of stains on the surface. I'm not too sure if they can be cleaned off. I don't think so. Such a pity. Yeah, I mean, this is not the best way to actually, store the cards. They should come in packs, that's for sure. Okay, we have we have Patrick Ewing and Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo, I kind of like him, but you can see after you move the cards away, the surface basically, yeah, it's really bad. It's just bad. Some of them are repeats, I think. Not exactly sure, but I think so. D. Brown. I remember him. There's Rick Smith again. Mookie Baylock. Yep, I have some. I can recall him right now. Christian Leitner. Awesome. rookie back then. He was actually called up to the US team. Brian Shaw. This is one of the base cards. I like the base cards more than the subsets. Let's get this out. You can see the whole stack is stuck. I have no idea how to fix this, guys. Yeah, it is basically like a whole stack of cards that are stuck. It's really bad. Oh dear. I don't even know if there's any way that we can actually, like, you know, extract these cards out. Let's do this. This is probably the best way. Let's see. Yep. We are struggling. Every single card we have to use a lot of effort to have a look. Brian Scott. Mark Jackson. Michael Smith. Yep, these cards are just not coming up. It's kind of frustrating for me. You know, otherwise it's actually a very pleasant experience, that's for sure. Yeah, you can see there are definitely repeats in the cards, and you can see the centering are actually quite bad. That's Joe Smith. You know, some of them are not repeats, they just look very similar. I don't even know if this is bad centering or is this like part of the design, because every single card seems to be the same. Okay. I'm not gonna move this. Just give me a second. Yep. Let's get each card out. You can see it is extremely challenging. Danny Manning. Tony Kukoc, great player. There were a lot of controversies, you know, surrounding Kukoc, Pippen, Jordan last time. I mean, yeah, I've watched The Last Dance. Oh dear. Vern Fleming. Who's behind? Ed O'Bannon. I have, you know, majority of them I can still remember them slightly, I would say, but I can't remember like, you know, a lot of them except for, you know, the big players. Lawrence Moulton, definitely remember this card. I had lots of these cards back then. Terry Davis. But all these were not like, you know, super valuable cards. Let's get another stack out, guys. Mini stack. There's Glenn Robinson right at the back. Let's just loosen up the cards. This actually wouldn't damage the card much. It makes it easier to move. Scott Skiles. Steve Smith. I remember him. Olajuwon. Definitely keeping this. This is nice. There's a bit of print error right here, I think. And the card seems to be a little bit yellowish. But Latrell Sprewell. This is a very nice base card. So, yep. Probably sleeving it. There's a possibility I may display it in my binder. Possibility. Patrick Ewing. Gary Payton. I don't really collect his cards, so definitely putting it away. Eric Monstros. I have his action figure. Yep, this deck is actually much better after I just tweaked the cards a little bit. Bill Wennington. Let's see who's behind. Cedric Ceballos. Chris Mills. Sean Raspert. No idea. I can't remember him. James Robinson. Rodney Rogers, one of the rookies back then. Chuck Person. Yeah, he was like traded to Spurs. But he was pretty good. He could shoot threes very well. Alan Henderson, don't remember him. Brian Russell, slight impression of him. Glenn Robinson, he was one of the great rookies. He was first pick, if I'm not wrong. Okay, let's get another mini stack out. Okay, let's see. Dikembe Mutombo, I'm not keeping his cards. Maxi Bogues, one of the shortest player. Yep. But extremely fast. Great tenacity. Anthony Davis. Jonas Simmons. Mario Ali, yeah, I think he was a great player, great character. Lindsay Hunter, one of the young players back then. Jared Karl, I'm keeping it. Very good centering, you can see. This one is great centering. This is perhaps one of Rashid Wallace, a great rookie. I'm sleeping this. I think Jared Karl was really quite a waste because he was actually pretty good back then. But he has made quite a number of like bad decisions in his career, which is why he has never really fulfilled his potential. He definitely has the skill set to be one of the like a Hall of Famer, that's for sure. Sean Elliott, this card really has a lot of memories. Sharon Wright, Scottie Pippen, definitely keeping this in pretty good condition. Okay, let's see. It's very frustrating. Karl Malone. Extremely familiar card. Rick Fox. Wesley Person, I remember him. Kevin Edwards, definitely remember him. Mark Bryant. Vernon Maxwell. Yep, definitely remember him. So all of these cards are bringing back my memories like 30 years ago. Although I don't really remember every single player, but I do have some. I can still recall them, I think. Sidel Thread. Corey Alexander, he was the rookie of Spurs, but he wasn't good. Dino Redjar, yeah, he was pretty famous. George Lynch. I think the reason why I could remember majority of the players back then is that I play a lot of fantasy basketball, and you guys know how we actually play fantasy basketball back in my time. We used newspaper. So there was actually like a newspaper. There was like a basketball newspaper. You can actually select your team, and you check your scores every week. Yeah, it's kind of hassle. And I was actually checking back then. 1993. There wasn't like internet. I mean, there were, but not all families had access to internet. So the only way I could access the scores are actually through teletext. Do you guys know what is teletext? I don't think anybody that is born, not in my time will understand. So teletext is basically something that you can access on a television, so you can check news and stuff, but they're all in text. Yeah, the corners are very bad, guys. It's a Jordan card. Wow, this is a beautiful card. It's Still figuring out how to can actually get it out. Yeah, there you go. Nicely done. And my hands right now are actually very dry, so it's makes it even. This card is in great condition, guys. In excellent condition. This is cool. So we've got a couple of Jordans right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm happy. 5, 6. Oh my goodness. 7, 8, 9. 9 Jordans. This actually pretty good. I mean, I know they're not worth much, but they are still Jordans, guys. Sean Kemp checklist. I don't think I'll be keeping it. Who's behind? Glenn Rice. Kevin. It's just so many cards. Cedric Ceballos. Some of them I'm just gonna skip them. Okay, there's Karl Malone and Pooh Richardson at the back. Latrell Sprewell. Oliver Miller. Reggie Miller. Great player, great shooter. Gary Payton at the back. Hakeem Olajuwon. David Benoit. Keeping this, I'm sleeving this for sure. Nice. Latrell Sprewell. Stacey Ockman at the back. Grant Hill. Shaq. Definitely sleeving this. And is in great condition. Dan Marley, great player. Jamel Mashburn. There's a couple of cards right here. Chris Webber. Chris Webber, I think he was like one of the wasted talent as well. Could have achieved so much more. Clifford Robinson. There's Mutombo right at the back. You can see the cuts are like just sticking together. Steve Smith. We have a beautiful Olajuwon card. Isaiah Ryder. Let's see. Vin Baker. Derek Coleman. Dino Redjar. Patrick Ewing. Who's at the back? Alonzo Mourning. Definitely you have to get this two out, man. Yep. Super annoying. Jordan again. Wow. Grant Hill. in great condition as well, this Jordan card. Shaq, nice. Clyde Drexler. Oh dear. I think I'm just trying to bend the cards slightly so that we can move them more easily. Sometimes it doesn't really help. So we have Irvin Johnson right here, and you can see we have like a stack of 3 cards to get. I just can't move them at all, guys. Totally can't move them. Okay, so let's see. Irvin Johnson, Marty Cologne, BJ Tyler, Walt Williams, Blue Edwards, Sean Bradley, extremely tall, 7'6" if I remember correctly. Yep, 7'6". You can see the height on top. Danny Furry, more like a 6-man, I think. He's always on the bench. Rotation player. Mark Price, pretty good shooter. Jarek McKee. Kevin Willis. Let's split this. You can see it's basically stuck together. Oh dear. And Fernie Hardaway. And you can see the pin is like coming off. That's too long, way too long. 30 years, almost 30 years. Of course, the cards will, have some reaction to one another. Jim Jackson. Jerome Kersey, Hubert Davis, Clifford Robinson, Stacey Ockman, yep, still have a okay, let's try this. Oh dear, it's too hot. It's really too hot, guys. It feels like a brick. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine if, someone, if these cards are not bought like in another 5 years, what will happen to them actually. Oh my god. Frustrating. It's not the most enjoyable experience, I must tell you. Sam Cassell. Ron Harper. Greg Minor. John Marshall. Christian Leitner. Surface is damaged. You can see there's a lot of white dots. Otherwise, it's a pretty good card. You guys hear that? pretty bad. Yep, you can see the surface is just extremely terrible. Majority of them are stuck to each other, so even if you remove them, this is like 3 cards. Can't even move them. Reggie Miller. Vinny Del Negro traded to the Supersonics. There's one little stamp right there. Anthony Bowie traded to the Spurs. Willie Anderson. And you can find David Robinson right at the back. Charles Oakley. Jeff Malone. David Wingate, John Sally, Dan Shays, Mark West. No idea who this is. Khalid. I can remember majority of these players. They all look, extremely familiar. Chris Mullin, great player. He and Tim Hardaway, one of the most feared duos. Dan Marley, Steve Kerr, a legend. You guys know John Paxson? I love him. Michael Adams. Yeah, so these cards are, to be honest, I really don't enjoy unboxing these cards. It's just so difficult, and you can see the cards are in very bad condition. Yeah, I think this is expected, but yeah, it's kind of disappointing. No doubt. Okay, Otis Top. You have to peel them like piece by piece, guys. Wayman Tisdale. John Starks. Okay, 2 cards. Actually, there are 3. Dickie Simpkins. It's like one of the players that, when you have no more budget left, you put it into your roster, your fantasy roster, when you have no choice. Dominic Wilkins. Yeah, he was from Hawks. Traded to Boston. John Stockton. I'll just do the peeling right here. That's Horace Grant. Used to be from Bulls. Can't even move them. Oh dear. AC Green, Doc West. So I think majority of these are very, all these are rotational players. I can. Will Purdue, a center for Chicago. Kevin Gamble. Antoine Karl. If I'm not wrong, Antoine Karl was in Spurs at one point. PJ Brown. Yep, he is also one of the players where, you put him into your fantasy team when you have no more budget. This is painful. I must tell you that this is actually pretty painful. The way we have to peel every single card. Jeff Hornacek. Purvis Ellison. Carl Herrera. Brian Scott. This morning. Wow, is that a block? I think so. Eric Mobley. Robert Parrish. Clarence Weatherspoon. I feel like giving up and stop this video right now, guys. It's just frustrating. I'm sitting here for like more than half an hour and I'm having backache and it's painful because it's not enjoyable. Just like trying to move the cards so that you guys can see. I don't really enjoy it myself, so I hope you guys are enjoying this experience as well. Tim Hardaway, great player. Wow, I can actually move the cards like this. This is the first time. Rick Smiths, Popeye Jones. Wow, this deck it's loose. Tom Gugliotta, Michael Cage. This is incredible. Kevin Johnson. I mean, it's incredible that I'm actually moving the cards. Oh, Georgia Murray-san, he's one of the very tall players. 7'7". Oh my goodness. Extremely high. These cards are just bad. Deadlift Strength. Kenny Smith. So all these are basically some of the bench players, I suppose. Tyrone Corbin. Rodney Rogers. Yeah. David Robinson, yes. Surface is bad. Great. J.R. Reed. J.R. Reed just fell on the floor and surprisingly he is in pretty mint condition. Centering is great. Corners are sharp, even dropping on the floor. Colors are fine. J.R. Reed, you are incredible. Harold Miner, one of the rookies. Okay, guys, come on, let's do this. We're just left with a few. This deck is getting higher and higher. Joe Dumars, Sean Kemp, Drexler. I'm not too sure whether people collect Drexler card. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf right at the back. Charles Smith. Rod Strickland. Larry Johnson was actually pretty popular back then. Avery Johnson. Yeah, but I'm not keeping him. I used to collect like the entire Spurs set, but it was kind of it's actually very tedious, because when you collect them and you want to display them in binders so that you can look at them, so you end up having like so many different binders. So that's the thing about cards collecting. So sometimes it's easier for you to just collect one player, but that means when you purchase like boxes, you're gonna have a lot of cards that you don't want to display or you don't want to keep. So that can be pretty frustrating as well. Okay, let's see. Vlade Divac, pretty famous player. Adam Keefe. So you can see majority of the we have Jordan. Nice. Do we have this? This is a nice card, guys. Very nice card. Base card in pretty tip-top condition. Let's see. So we've got tons of Jordans. It's actually pretty worth it if you think about it. I know these cards are not like valuable, but it's Jordan. Dennis Rodman. Charles Barkley at the back, definitely keeping it. Grant Hill. Quite a nice one. We can consider keeping this one as well, but you can see there's a bit of the ink coming off. Oliver Miller, he's one of the plus size BJ Armstrong. Okay, so you guys can see we have a stack of cards that we don't really like, that's for sure. I'm not too sure how we're gonna keep them. Just gonna put them back into the box. You can see they don't even like, oh dear, they're just terrible. The surface is just very sticky. Yep. Alright, so let's have a look at what we've got right here, guys. So I think this stack is some of the cards that I may consider keeping, that's for sure. Charles Barkley, we have Sean Kemp, John Stockton, Hardaway, Grant Hill, Ewing, Olajuwon, Grant Hill, Olajuwon, Glenn Robinson, Karl Malone, Glenn Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Olajuwon, Latrell Sprewell, Ewing, Barkley, Olajuwon. These are pretty big stars, I would say. Pippen. I may be sleeving them, but I'll definitely not be keeping them in my binder. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so, because they like super valuable cards. But for the Jordans and the David Robinsons, I'm definitely keeping them. So Robinson, O'Neal, all of them I'm definitely sleeving and keeping them. Very happy with Jordans. We have so many of them today. I know they are not like super valuable cards, but They are Jordans. So, wow. So how many Jordans do we have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 Jordans in a box. That's pretty awesome. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 Jordans. That's pretty cool. Alright, thanks for watching this, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I didn't really enjoy it because it was quite painful doing this to me, to be honest. But I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.